Hey everybody, Ben here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for showing up for yourself each and every day. So if you hear from the short, you already have a backstory. If not, our word was upset. And when I read that word, the part set, S-E-T, really stood out. And we all could have our assumptions of what that word means. And I thought, well, I'll look it up quick just to see if there's something important. And it said, that word has the most definitions. It holds the world record for the most definitions. And when we think about it, that word set can mean a lot of different things. And when we get upset in general, whether it's anger or sad or uh, irritated, we're bummed out, whatever it may be, there's a magnitude of situations in life and internally that we experience that. I mean, it could be anything and everything under the sun at any point in our life that it is not going as we want or as we planned or easy or comfortable, we're going to have an emotional response to that. It's not easy. It might be a little more difficult. It may not go the way that we thought. It didn't bring that safety or comfort, and we have a response to it. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't have a response. Uh, that's we're human, we're going to have those responses. What I'm getting at is uh, we can view the response and not so much to make it go away, to make it all better, but to understand why we're having that response in the first place. Why is it so imperative that it went this way? Or somebody said this and we took offense to it. Why couldn't they said it differently? The answer behind that is why did we need it to be that way so much? Where is that inside of us? That trigger or that response to the situation is connected to something. And again, it's not to banish it. I'm looking at it to understand it. Why is it so important? If it has to do with stability, or if it's triggering an insecurity or a wound inside of us. Our supporting angel number card I forgot about. Just looking at that word right at the top. Quick results. That is the emotional response to these situations. Again, whether anger, sadness, being let down, fear, uh, feeling our self-worth knocked down, self-esteem, whatever it's connected to, it is a light switch. And we can go 0 to 100 real quick. A great day can turn ugly real quick. And if we're in those positions, which I'm not singling anyone out, I think everyone here could say that we experience that, whether often or here and there. But how quickly does that turn for us? And sure, everybody says change your thoughts. It'll just be easier. It'll just go away. Well, sometimes it can't because it's that important to us. That lack or that pain that we're feeling is real because it's connected to something that hurts inside. It hurt us. It is uncomfortable for us. Again, whether it's placing ourselves in a place of fear in the external for our safety, uh, not so much. It could be drastic, but it could also just be very basic survival, stability aspects, financial, home, car, whatever it is, or our health, and then back to just internally of how we perceive ourselves, where we think the world perceives ourselves, self-worth, self-esteem, insecurities kind of situation. That's something we're lacking. We are lacking that, and we need the external to give it to us, to provide it for us, to make us feel comfortable, and rightfully so. But if we struggle more with that, or these triggers kind of have that pattern, this situation that we get upset about the same kind of situations, or it's connected to the same circumstance, maybe just different people, different place, different time, that's something inside of us that we have the ability to work through and heal. Otherwise, we will continuously experience that. And we will experience that light switch. And it will be a quick result. It will be uh, molding our experience. That short also got into the mirror and how inside however we're feeling, we're going to project that outward. And that's going to be the reflection. We're going to see that through the external. It's going to prove to us how we feel, whether we like it or not. It's just showing us how we feel. So that quick result can really manifest into something uh, continuous, larger. It's kind of like waking up on the wrong side of the bed. Oh, it's going to be one of these days. And it just keeps piling on. It keeps proving to us how it is. We've already made our mind. We've made that decision. We're feeling it. We're emanating it. And it's proving itself to us. I felt like I made a video a little bit about this. Uh, well, I make a lot of videos about this. But the whole wake up on the wrong side of the bed, one of these kind of days. Uh, Eight of Cups reversed, clinging to the past. This is majority of the time we'll be in a space that situations, behaviors, people, places, things did fill a role for us. But to grow, to evolve, we have to move forward, which means we're leaving that place of comfort. And uh, when we have that perception or perspective of how things should be going or what we saw comfort in uh, aren't happening and we're getting upset about it, it's because that was for the old version, the old us, that it did serve a purpose for, but it's not going to work in the future. It's not meant to. We're meant to move into something better or greater for ourselves, and that's unknown, which means we don't have comfort in there because we don't fucking know what it is or what it could be. And uh, normally those responses are out of that fear place. So if we are clinging to the past, and whatever this might be around in our life, uh, ask yourself and kind of dig in there and see, hey, have I really kind of been stepping away from this insecurity or this wound or this fear? Have I actually done some work on healing it? And I'm moving forward, but I'm still trying to go back to whatever it was that did bring me comfort in that space to register in our mind that, hey, this isn't going to work for me because I'm not there anymore. I'm not in that world. I'm not that experience anymore. Sun reversed, 100% self-doubt. Uh, we can't. We. It's giving more of like feeling strong enough, but it also gave the feeling of trust, trusting that we're going to be okay, that we're going to be able to figure it out on our own without this. And we may not be perceiving it that way. It is. It's all we ever knew. And we're looking back on it saying that this was going to make me happy, or I needed this to feel stable, or whatever it may be. I mean, obviously, if we're seeking a job and we're trying to get a job and we can't, that's going to bring up a lot of fear and stability. But what if the old way, or the old title, or the old position, or whatever we were accustomed to, it was easy because we knew it. We knew all the ins and outs of it, but we're supposed to be going somewhere else. Maybe we don't have that confidence to apply for that job or to go into that position. Same thing with the relationship. Uh, maybe what we dated had it was a certain type or a certain behavior, and we knew it, but at least they'd be there for us. Or even though it might have been toxic, but we're going towards something better, something actually meaningful and fulfilling, someone that's actually going to respect us and treat us well. But uh, there's like this internal blockage because, well, I don't feel I don't know, the word qualified came up, but you know, good enough. I don't feel worthy of it. I don't feel it's at that standard or status or whatever you want to say. Same thing with the job situation. Whatever these are connected to. Same thing with presenting ourselves a certain way. I don't feel confident. This is new for me to stand up for myself or to say my piece when before maybe I would and I'd be suppressed. All these transitions, we need to present ourselves in this new light or new vibration, energy, whatever we are. But to do so, we have to believe that we are it. So there is always this running back to the past, because we're not welcoming the idea that we're here. It's a lot of yeah, I have to see it to believe it, which is understandable. But to fully make that transition, we have to do it the other way. Ten of Swords reversed. Recovery. This is a lot of back and forth. This is that transitional period that uh, you really don't see the proof. You don't see that it's not like bells and whistles go off and say, "Hey, you're here. Time to celebrate. Here's your new life." You have to step into it, and it is difficult because we don't know if we're ready. We don't know if we're qualified. There's that word again. That I am here. But until we make that decision, will we ever be here? We started with upset, and it is uh, could have been the way that things are turning out, the way we're perceiving it, and it's also going back on that wound or that insecurity, whatever it may be. But the way that the reading has been going is that the work has been done, or the transition is time. It is, you're moving forward into this position, but it is up to you to take that step, to create that and believe that in your own. And it's not so much like faking it till you make it, or false representation. It is uh it's up to you. Like, you're ready to be whatever it is, or to be where you want to be. It's coming down to, are you ready? Like, you already uh healed wise, mentally and physically, but uh I don't think you are in your head. The Eight of Wands came out sideways. Progress and stagnation. We'll view it that way 100%. This is this transitional space that uh, you can go either way. We can go back to comfort, to stability, to what we knew, what was comfortable. It's all we ever knew, and I get that. It is hard to take this step, but everything will unfold, and we can look at this quick results as a positive light as well. How quickly things can change. I'm not saying we just make the mind change and it's all going to be magical. That is a big fight. Those things inside of us are real. Those emotional responses are real. It's not just a light switch to turn off. It's a light switch to turn on, but we can't always turn it off once we get in there. So how, obviously this is general, and how can you look at yourself and see the pattern, or what it's really up against? If it's up against, an insecurity or an aspect of stability or survival, what is it really up against? And that's that transition of saying, hey, I'm gonna be okay. I've made it this far, and I know where I'm going. I know what I want to get to. Sure, it may look this way in my mind, but maybe open that up a bit to let it unfold as it will, or it's meant to unfold. But whatever that resistance is that made us feel safe, obviously is something we're going to have to change that belief inside to move forward. And it will in its own time. But uh, that's our own inner battle. And again, it's not the easiest thing to turn off. It's not just a light switch. Uh, I wish I could speak deeper on it, but being general, uh, it is tough. Seven of Wands, conviction. Own it, run for it, have it. It is yours, always. Everything is ours. Uh, it's just when we finally make that decision, when we believe it wholeheartedly, that passion and that drive towards something, nothing can stop it when it's so real within us. That's a belief. I believe this is for me. I believe this is true, no matter what it is. If I believe I'm going to fail, I will. If I believe I'm going to succeed, I will. Uh, there's always going to be these doubts, but what's really deep in there is going to win the game at the end of the day. And depending on what this wound is, we're at that point that we're turning what the belief is. It's just fully stepping into it. Uh, there's no, we could go back, and that's fine, and we'll try again another time. But this is the opportunity, and it's up to you to believe it or to doubt it. So I'll leave this here, and if it resonated, feel free to like or comment. and I will talk to you all later. See ya.